What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another MaaS360 YouTube video. In today's video, I'm breaking down the different bundles of MaaS360. Long-awaited video. Customer success folks on the MaaS360 team have been asking for this video. Verizon, CDW folks that I work with on a daily basis as they're introducing me to their clients for the MaaS360 conversation. They suggested this would be a great video to do. So in today's video, I'm breaking down the different bundles available for MaaS360 and what you have access to for the different bundles. Like this video if you like this type of content, subscribe and look out for these videos on a weekly basis, and also follow me on LinkedIn as well. Let me share out my screen here. So you should be able to see the bundle screen here, essentials all the way up to enterprise. I'm breaking these down and what everything on the left-hand side here, everything on this screen with the descriptions means and the problems it solves and what this is going to do for you from a management and security standpoint within MaaS360. If you want to pause your screen right now to screenshot this, just get a sense of what you're going to get per each bundle, do so, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen and share out my portal here. All right, should be able to see the home screen here. So we're going to start with Essentials. That is our basic package. With Essentials, you can manage and secure all your devices from a single pane of glass. Windows laptops, desktops, MacBooks, Android devices, iPhones, iOS, macOS, Windows, Android. Those are the 4 operating systems that we support. You'll have complete visibility and control over those devices within MaaS360 with our Essentials package. I did separate videos speaking to my alert center and my advisor with Watson, what those features are going to provide you from a management and security perspective within MaaS360. You will have access to these features with the Essentials package. You can click on the videos above my head right here to learn a bit more about those. In terms of the information you could see on devices and the actions you could take, just pop into an iPad here. With Essentials, you'll have all this information at your disposal, In the drop-down, you can get more granular. You can see the hardware OS, threat management, network information, any apps that are installed and solutions installed on that specific machine. You'll have access to this information with our basic Essentials package. The actions you can take on a device are in the upper right-hand corner. You'll have access to 99% of the actions available here. I'm going to talk about initiate remote support at the end because that is an add-on to all bundles. But I did a separate video with, I believe it was Colin Shank on my team, a technical engineer, and we walked through pushing down actions to devices and what it looks like for an employee to receive those actions. You can click on that video above my head right here. You'll have access to this information and actions with our Essentials basic package. Policies. This is the bread and butter of MaaS360 where we're going to tailor the tool to your needs. With Essentials, you'll have access to our MDM policies. Whether it's Windows, iOS, Android, macOS, I did a separate video walking through an iOS policy in detail. You can click on that video above my head right here. Everything that I talk about, or mostly everything I talk about in that video, you'll have available with iOS policies if you're pushing down those policies to your iOS devices. Looks very similar for Android, Windows, and macOS. This funky image here, you will not have access to, but I'm going to talk about that in a second here after I finish with Essentials. Identity management, you'll have single sign-on and touch access on these devices and conditional access. So this is probably my most favorite workflow to talk about with either current clients who aren't utilizing this or prospective clients. But conditional access is a workflow that allows us, the MaaS360 team, to create an environment for our clients where no devices are left behind, falling through the cracks, not enrolled in MaaS360, and not compliant with the policies that you're pushing down to that device. as the admin on the MaaS360 account. For example, only devices that are managed and secured and compliant with the policies that you push down to it from MaaS360 can have access to send and receive emails on their devices. That's a big plus with conditional access. You're going to have that available with Essentials, the basic package. You do have to have an integration with our cloud extender, which is free. You could click on that video of how to set that up within your environment above my head. Jason Testa, my partner on the technical engineering team, and I walked through that setup in detail a few weeks back. So check that out. You'll have access to reports, all these reports here to understand the health of your environment and expenses. So you can manage data plans here. Maybe you have an employee that has been driving up the data bill at your company. I was talking to a client the other day. That was the case. You could set up and manage plans here to say, hey, if you hit a certain threshold, you're cut off from using your device and using the internet. And if they're not on Wi-Fi, they won't be able to use the internet at all. That's what you would do here within managed plans. That's what's available with Essentials. It's probably easier for me to tell you what you don't have access to with Deluxe Premier Enterprise because Essentials, it's strong. I manage 300 accounts right now in the state of California. A third or 100 of those accounts are just using our Essentials basic package because it's strong. It's giving you a ton of features from a management and security perspective. If your use cases are more on the basic end of the spectrum than the complicated end, chances are Essentials is going to be a good choice to start out with. And you could always bump up to Deluxe Premier Enterprise if you need to. That's Essentials in a nutshell. The big add-on from Essentials to Deluxe. So Deluxe is going to include everything I just described, plus with Essentials, plus Secure Mail. I did a separate demo video on Secure Mail speaking to the problems this solves for IT leaders around data leakage specifically, and what it looks like on an iOS device for an employee to access Secure Mail that sits inside of our container, which is AES 256 encrypted. You can check on that video above my head right here to get a sense of what that's going to look like on your iOS or Android devices. Secure Mail is probably my favorite item or feature to talk about with prospective clients because it's very powerful and it's going to protect again against data leakage and other security breach stories that I talk about in that video. So check on that. Again, the big jump from Essentials to Deluxe is that add-on of Secure Mail that sits inside our container. Premier. Premier is the next rung up from Deluxe. Premier includes all solutions from the Deluxe package, plus the big add-ons here are Secure Browser and Gateway for Browser. Let me pop into our policies. So I talked about policies for a little bit, a couple minutes ago. With Deluxe and Premier, you're going to have this funky workplace persona policy type available. Let's click on View. So Secure Mail and Secure Browser are going to sit inside this workplace persona policy, and you could configure it right in here and push down this policy to your devices. As you can see, email and browser. So when I talk about this in the iOS policy walkthrough video that I talked about a little bit ago, again, you can check on that video at the top of this video. With Secure Browser, this takes web content filtering, that policy that you have first with Essentials, a step further. So with Essentials, you could say, hey, I don't want my employees accessing specific URLs. Let me just pop into it real quick for a second. Under supervised web content, you could push down a policy here for Essentials and Deluxe and say, hey, I don't want my employees having access to specific URLs. That's what you'll do here with that type of policy. With Premier, because you now have access to secure browser, this takes it a step further. That last policy is a watered down version of secure browser. So secure browser is going to say, hey, I don't want my employees having access to specific categories. I have a client right now who pushed down this policy to devices and said, hey, I don't want my employees having access to gambling sites because typically they're not that safe. That's something you would look up here within this category section and block that category and push that down to devices. That's a big add-on from Deluxe to Premier. And then Gateway for Browser, this is going to enable that secure mobile browser to access enterprise internet sites, web apps, and network resources. And important to note, there's no need for a VPN session on the devices. Secure browser is going to sit right next to our secure mail, which I talked about for the Deluxe package, inside that AES 256 encrypted container. And lastly here, with Premier, documents, so content management, we can grant secure access to work docs inside that container. So that's going to sit next to our mail and browser. And you can push down documents a few different ways from MaaS360. As you can see here, you could store docs in MaaS360 right in the portal and distribute those via the actions to all devices, a group, a specific device, or a user right within the portal. And I have lots of clients who will be able to add folders, add documents here. And I have lots of clients who will integrate with the major file shares that they're working with within their environment, whether it's OneDrive, SharePoint, Box, Google Drive. We're going to integrate with these options here and push documents down with these integrations with MaaS360. So there's two different ways you could distribute documents with Premier. You could upload them right to the portal, or you could distribute them via OneDrive, Success Folder, SharePoint, Google Drive, and integrate those with your devices. And again, that's going to sit inside that AES 256 encrypted container. App security. I think I forgot to mention this. With Essentials, I did. With Essentials, you'll have the ability to push down applications to your devices, create app catalogs for corporate issue devices. You can distribute those apps with a silent install, so there's no interference or onus on the employee to take action on those applications. And we can set it up where we say, hey, you're not allowed to delete or undownload specific applications. You'll have access to that with all of our bundles, We integrate with all the main app stores, iTunes, Google Play, Windows, again, iTunes for Mac. Enterprise applications for Windows. If you're pushing down MSIs, executable scripts, downloadables, you'll be able to do that here. And that's available for all of our bundles. I apologize, I forgot to mention that when I was talking about the Essentials package. Important to note, when you have Premier, you're going to have app security features and functionality that you don't have access to with Deluxe and Essentials. So you can contain enterprise apps with a simple wrapper or SDK. Let me pop into an enterprise app. So this wrapping and signing, this is going to be available for Premier. This is basically putting a secure container around that application. You can enforce authentication and copy paste restrictions from applications inside this wrapping container. And this is going to prevent access from compromised devices. Compromised devices meaning they have malware, they were broken into, jailbreaks. They would not be able to access these applications that are wrapped via the Premier bundle. Those are the big add-ons from Deluxe to Premier, and now to Enterprise. Enterprise includes all solutions for Premier, plus mobile document editor, and mobile document sync. I'll put links to learn more about those in the descriptions below. The big add-on, though, from Premier to Enterprise, hop back into policies, is trustier threat management. What MTM, Trusted Threat Management, is going to do, it's going to go out and prevent and detect malicious applications, jailbreaks, roots, and malware on devices and remediate those devices and issues automatically so you don't have to worry about it. For example, let's say a device somehow gets malware installed on it. MTM is going to detect that. It's going to cut it off from the network, unenroll it from MaaS360, and block it from accessing any corporate information, documents, email, applications that were pushed down to that device from the admin on the MaaS360 account, so your information is protected going forward. That's the big add-on from Premier to Enterprise. We pop back into devices here. Just wanted to point out, initiate remote support. This is a $1 per device per month add-on to any bundle, whether it's Essentials or Enterprise. This is an integration with TeamViewer, and what this is going to do, it's going to go out and, I started to give my little MTM pitch there. It's going to give you access, visibility, and control over your devices for troubleshooting purposes. Important to note, iOS and macOS devices, you're only going to gain visibility. Windows and Android devices, you're going to have visibility and control for troubleshooting purposes remotely. Big add-on. Most of my customers who are using us for Windows and MacBooks always have TeamViewer. And a lot of my clients who are just using us for iOS and Android, they'll also add this $1 per device per month add-on for easy troubleshooting within MaaS360. Stop sharing my screen here. Bear with me for a second. Again, if anything needs further clarification, I know that video was a bit quick, a bit all over the place, right? But if anything needs further clarification on what you're going to have access to per the bundle that you have or the bundle that you want to purchase, and again, your sales rep is going to make the best recommendation per your use cases of what you're looking to accomplish. Essentials, very strong basic package. The big jump from Essentials to Deluxe is secure mail. The big jump from Deluxe to Premier is secure browser and document sharing. The big jump from Premier to Enterprise is mobile threat management. And again, that add-on at the bottom, TeamViewer, $1 per device per month. Those are the descriptions of what you're going to get. And I walked through most of this. Some of the items that I didn't touch on, it's just not something that I talk about a lot with my clients. It wasn't really relevant for the video, but I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. If anything needs further clarification, let me know in the comment section below. I'm more than happy to hop on a phone call and answer any questions that might have popped up as you're watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe. Follow me on LinkedIn and hit the notification bell to be notified we're doing it just about 3 to 4 times a week. We're posting new videos here on the MaaS360 YouTube channel. But make sure you hit that bell to be notified so you don't miss these new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate it.